Welcome back to Make It Modern,
the YouTube channel where we show you affordable and design-focused DIYs.
On today's video, we are going to be doing a mini makeover to our bedroom and showing you guys a lamp dupe and a secret hidden shelf. As you can see here in the clip of our before bedroom, it was very dark, there was not a clear and concise design plan, and we also weren't utilizing our space to its fullest. Now this is a difficult space to work with. As we said in the intro, it is a very narrow space, but I feel like we did a great job bringing as much natural light as we can and make the room function for us. And now it's time to take apart the bed. Do I have any volunteers? I'll go with this guy.
So me and Arlo are hanging out in this bed here. She found it off of Facebook Marketplace for about $60, including a box spring mattress. We actually just found a nicer bed. It's upholstered and it's a lot lighter. We got this for 60 bucks. The new one we found for about $200. Either way, Facebook Marketplace, a $200 bed frame, that's a steal. And remember kids, always lift with your back. Your legs don't do any of the work.
Next, it's time to take down this shelf. At the time, I thought it was a good idea, but it wasn't working here. And our AC system isn't the best, so we do get a lot of dust in this house, and although we try to keep up on it, this shelf was a hard to clean one, so let's get rid of that. Oh, and with Ikea furniture, you need to look out for these little black stickers they give you when you assemble it. That's how you disassemble it, because I was quite confused for a while, but figured it out.
We are filling in these massive holes in the wall, so it's always a good idea to overfill them and leave the compound a little bit proud. If you do get a little bit on your textured wall like what we have here, a simple wet rag will get it right off. That way you're keeping your mess to a minimum and you don't have to sand off as much.
Here's our new bed. We're done. I'm just kidding. We actually picked up this rug from Home Goods, and one of the things that we were really excited about was the fact that it was an all hand-woven wool rug. And the total price ended up being $300, which I feel like is a pretty good deal for an 8x10 rug. And I think it's gonna just really tie in the space, ground the bed, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Rug's in, next we gotta get the bed in.
So here is our bed. Like I said, we bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. We actually got it brand new, never used. A staging company actually was getting rid of this. So we were lucky enough to have everything in some nice protective wrapping. The only thing is now we got to put it together and we don't have any instructions. Luckily, putting together a bed is pretty straightforward, and if you've put together a bed frame before, you've put together them all. So with a little help of movie magic, our bed will come together right now. The walls are finally finished, they're fully prepped, and we are ready to get something on the wall. I went on Amazon and I picked up this 4K projector because I wanted to put a shelf back up on the wall, have this above our headboard, but Hannah doesn't really like that idea, and she also pointed out the fact that we just took down a shelf, so why put up another one? We actually went to Michael's and picked up this canvas here. She is going to do a painting on this. And in the meantime, I'm going to make a frame for it that will be able to fold down the painting whenever we want to watch a movie. Whenever we're done watching the movie, we put this bad boy away and the painting goes right back to being a painting. You know what they say, measure once, cut twice. Or is it the other way around? And thanks to the power of YouTube editing, all of our cuts are complete. All 4 corners have been mitered out. And one way that I like to make sure that they are all exactly the same size is I stack them up back to back and make sure that they come to a point. And luckily in my case, these are some perfect cuts. So we are going to be using the green tape method, and we're going to be putting them point to point, applying tape on the top there. That way when you fold them, it applies just the right amount of clamping pressure. I have these red clamps, so you just clamp them down right on the edge, and that will hold everything nice and tight. Now, since I do have limited space, I'm only going to be doing them in an L-shaped fashion here. This should be interesting. I see my flaw. Angle it a little bit. This is awkward. There we go. These are not ideal working conditions. Ooh. I got a little anxious and off camera already reinforced the miters, but everything looks great and we are now ready to move on to the next step, which is attaching the actual picture to the picture frame. I went to Lowe's and picked up some of these pins. I got some in bronze and aged bronze and brass. First, we need to drill out some holes that are just bigger than the diameter of the pins, and we'll do that right now. And so since I only have one shot of drilling into my nice new frame, I don't want to mess anything up. So I've put some green tape on here. I've already marked out exactly where I need to drill. So it's probably not the best idea, as Hannah pointed out, to drill on nice glass. So we'll just bring it over here. So the point of using this drill bit is to give us a nice clean hole, and it's actually wide enough that the head of this pin will recess nicely into it. But now we have to actually drill a through hole. So we'll just use that little marker there and go all the way through. So after making a bit of a mess in the kitchen, all the holes are drilled. We have our pin. We'll just line those holes up. And now, once it's up on the wall,
pivot! Here we go, pivot!
So now we'll just work on the French cleat to actually hang the picture up on the wall, and then we will need a backing for this. That way we're not resting heavy equipment on this thin little canvas. So Hannah's currently in the garage. She's working on the painting, which gives me plenty of time to get the actual frame itself onto the wall. So I'll put that right about where we want the painting to hang. Find a stud. Wow.
Later that same evening.
So the painting is finally finished and it is all framed and ready to go onto the wall. It just drops down into place. The coolest part
So now we're at the point where we get to style the room. One of the biggest challenges with this room is there is one window and it is actually behind French doors. So it's very dark in here. As you can see, we have to supplement our light and it is only 2 p.m. What I was thinking is I would really like a mirror right here. That way I can come out of the bathroom and just check my outfit and then leave. Because right now I have to walk away all the way around the bed and it's just too much, you know? Also, the mirror will help bounce off what little light we do get in here. So I think it'll make a big difference. And with that, I went to Home Goods and found this. All right, it's in. I am loving how this mirror turned out. I love the little touch of black with its very thin framing, and we are gonna tie that in with the rest of the bedroom later with some cool lamp DIYs. If you like this video so far, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button below. The only thing I dislike about the mirror is this paper sticker. And I just know when I try to take it off, it's gonna have a whole bunch of remnants. Fret not, I have a resolve for you all. You put a shit ton of Windex on it.
Put some Windex.
Oh, God, please.
You just spray a lot of Windex on it and let it sit there for a few minutes. So the first thing that you see when you walk into our room is actually a blank wall. Now, I don't want to overuse mirrors, but another thing that mirrors can do other than reflecting and bouncing light and making your room brighter, it can make your room feel bigger. So I feel like if we put a mirror right here, it will make it feel a little less cramped when you walk in. Only thing I'm not a huge fan about is it is gold and the rest of our hardware, if you will, in our room or accents are black, but eventually we do mean to paint this. But for now, I think it'll do. So this is quite a heavy mirror, and because of that, we are going to use these special little anchoring doodads. They're rated for 30 pounds. We've used them several times before, and they work great. And they are as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just hung one of the nails about where I wanted it, and now I'm measuring the distance between the two holders, and I need a level. Okay, so now we want to tie in the black around the mirror with the lamps that I told you about earlier. And the inspiration came from this This lamp is definitely out of our budget. It might be out of yours. Either way, I'm not spending that much money on a lamp. So what we did, we ordered this doodad from Amazon. It was $25. This light bulb piece from Ace Hardware, I think it was $3. And we got this lampshade on sale from World Market for $15, bringing the grand total up to a lot cheaper than the other one. And this is how it's gonna work. I do love these lamps. I think they're so cool. They're dancing ladies, they're vintage. They're probably at least 100 years old, and they are from the family, so I am going to keep them. They're just not working in the room, so we are gonna find another place for them because they are beautiful, but they don't work in here. So here are our lamp dupes. We have our Amazon vase find, we have our World Market lampshade, and then we also have this here light bulb that is an emergency light bulb, and it is totally cordless. Now, I know this seems a little unstable, but we do have plans to hot glue these all together. And it goes together just like this. Another nice thing about these portable light bulbs is they do come with a handy dandy little remote. $45. We could have paid $500, but instead we duped it.
Well, that's all that we have for you this week. We hope you enjoyed, and as always, make sure that you like and subscribe. That way YouTube knows that you think we're cool, and they should too. And while you're at it, go ahead and click this video right here.
Did you click it?
I don't think they clicked it yet.
Fine, I'll click it for them.